This is a video for how to go about using the COUNTIF function in Microsoft Excel. In a previous video, I used the random number generator to give me a series of numbers between 1 and 15 over here. And if I said I want to count the number of 14s or the number of 2s or the number of 7s, what I can do is we can use the COUNTIF function. Now over here on the side, you're going to see me move, and I'm just going to go through. You're going to see all these numbers change over here because we have the random number generator function going right now. And I'm just going to let off at 15 here. And we're going to use the COUNTIF function. So I'm going to hit equals, and I'm going to go to COUNTIF. COUNTIF down here. And I'm going to COUNTIF, and I'm going to drag over my series. And I'm going to hit comma, and I'm going to say 1. And I'm going to hit enter. And it's going to count the number of ones that we have. So what I can do here is come back into here, and I'm going to highlight this, and I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to paste this in. And I'm going to change the 1 to a 2. I'm just going to highlight here again, and I can paste it back in. I can change this to a 3 and hit enter. Come back into here, and you're going to see how the random number generator just keeps going as I go, because what it's trying to do is give me random numbers. Because the purpose of the random number generator is not to keep everything the same, it's to keep giving me random numbers. So this works well if I'm trying to, just give me an idea of, the population of a group. So I can say, I have a population of a group that's, 100 people. Well, what if I want 1,000 people? I want 1,000. Give me 1,000 things that I could possibly see with this data set. And you can kind of see as I'm going in and changing my numbers here, I can say, well, how many of these do I have? How many of that do I have? And I can basically try to create some form of a population as I go through and change the number. So I can go back into here. I want to put in a 1. I'm almost done with this. I like copying and pasting in functions. Kind of gives me an idea of exactly what formulas I'm putting into Excel as I go. I'm going to paste this in again. I'm almost done. I'm almost down to 15. So I can come right in here. You can see the numbers just keep regenerating. So I'm going to come in and put a 5 after the 1. And how many numbers do I have between 1 and 15? Now, I should have a total of 28 every time. So if I go to auto sum and I hit enter, I should have 28. So right up here, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to hit 3 and hit enter, and you're going to see the numbers keep changing. And it's going to keep evaluating how many 11s I have and how many 4s I have. There used to be an activity I used to do with M&Ms where we would count the number of brown M&Ms and yellow M&Ms and blue M&Ms, and we'd count how many we had. And we would say, out of a class of, let's say, 24 kids, every kid have a packet of M&Ms. Well, what if I give a packet of M&Ms to everybody in our school based upon this data? How can I just mass produce this many M&Ms? What can we expect on a much larger scale? And the random number generator helped us find that. Because we could say, this many, generally speaking, between like the browns, if we had, 12 brown M&Ms and 22 brown M&Ms, and 5 blue M&Ms and 8 blue M&Ms, we would have a random number generator for every single color based upon the number that we had. And we could do some data analysis that way. But this COUNTIF function works really well if you're trying to count, names of people. So if I had, if I was doing 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders, and 12th graders, I could call them freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and I could have it count the numbers of juniors and seniors. So instead of a 1 here, you could actually type out the word junior. Sometimes I use all caps. If I had the names of juniors, senior, sophomore, and freshman over here, as I go through and do that, it would count them for me. And this saves a lot of time of going through a large data set and counting the number. So this has been a video for how to go about using the COUNTIF function in Microsoft Excel.